Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jamie Medina with the DartPod 2.4, and today what I wanted to talk about was yet again, the veteran influencer group, the SF community. All these guys that have been going after each other, like they're all like going after each other, trying to, I don't know, man. I mean, some may say they're jealous. Maybe they're just looking for views, clicks, all that kind of stuff. Some of the issues that they were doing was like, for example, Stolen Valor. Tim Kennedy and the Stolen Valor, because he wrote a book called Scars and Stripes. And the Anti-Hero podcast guys went through line by line, called some teammates, hey, did this happen, that happened? They're like, hell no. And I mean, just some of the stuff that they read, I'm like, dude, this sounds like a movie. It sounds just like a movie, right? And you know what, dude? Really, the only one's business is Tim Kennedy's, man. If he wants to embellish, whatever, dude, that doesn't bother me. I don't know why it's bothering you. If he's outright lying about and saying that he has all these medals, all this stuff, stolen valor type stuff, then that's really on him, man. He has to live with that. He has to live with everybody knowing he's a liar, and possibly lose his Fox News reporter status, possibly get booted off whatever else he's a part of. I know like 6 Hour sponsors them, some stuff like that. But I don't know him, dude. I don't know him, but I know some guys that are directly in that BRCC circle, and they're cool guys, man. They're funny as hell. They make funny videos. I was kind of thought of Tim Kennedy as like a cartoon, dude. Like he's a character of himself, right? Like I don't think too many people take him that seriously. But he's funny, man. And I'd hate to see a guy lose all of his earning money and monetary type things that he's been getting off of his books and appearances speaking. I mean, dude, that's just, I don't know. I mean, really, like I said, dude, at the end of the day, it comes down to him, right? It comes down to him. You guys aren't going to correct anything, really. Like the Green Beret Chronicles guy, the Valhalla dude, anti-hero. Like, it's just all about kind of trying to see if dudes are tripping up, and then they say they bring receipts. We brought receipts. I don't really understand that receipt part, because you're like, oh, I brought receipts. So-and-so told me, or he told somebody else, or this guy told this guy. That's not receipts, man. That's not receipts at all. You know what receipts are, dude? And you guys do know what it is. What receipts are is your narratives. The narratives to your medals, your awards, your decks. Every single thing that each of us did in combat, downrange, deployed, is documented. It's documented. And most of the time, they use everything you did, all your actions, all your achievements, to justify medals for you, to justify awards and decorations, right? And they'll compile all that stuff in an award or in a decoration, right, to give you at the end of your deployment, the end of your service, the end of your commitment, whatever it may be, or for specific acts. Like I remember I was on a deployment and I got, achievement medal for this, commendation medal of valor for that, like just during big battles and big things that I was a part of, right? So really, if you guys want to talk receipts, it isn't, I talked to a homeboy that knows something about something. No, dude. And same thing with Tim Kennedy, man. Like you've come out with like 4 or 5 different videos now and trying to say, see, look at, I'm telling the truth, all this kind of stuff. Bro, you know what the truth is, man. You know what the truth is, man. And that's your narratives. And don't give me this, it's top secret stuff, dude. That's Hollywood. You know it is. It's also for other people out here that don't know, right? That don't know. Dude, I don't know why you guys are doing this. I don't. I just think I just want to give my own kind of 2 cents or 10 cents or whatever on it. I think it's kind of horseshit, man. One of the reasons why they say they're doing this is because they do mentoring for a lot of guys. They mentor guys going into special forces, going into the military, and they don't want them to read Tim Kennedy's book or listen to these stories that say, I'm shooting from the hip and I was pink misting people and all this crazy. Dude, nobody really talks like that. Nobody really talks like that. That's movie stuff, dude. That's cartoon stuff. That's Hollywood stuff, man. Pink mist and throw grenades and blah, blah, blah. No, dude. I mean, yeah, sometimes I've thrown grenades. I mean, sometimes people do throw grenades in certain situations, but I don't know, man. The pink misting people and plunging people and dude, this isn't 300. This isn't Saving Private Ryan. Like, you never fight the last war in the next war. You know what I mean? And so basically, man, what I want to say is like, if you really want to bring receipts and you really want to show that you're no kidding, I'm this guy, I did this in combat, yada, yada, dude, pull up the narratives. Pull up the narratives, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull up one right now and I'll show you what I mean, okay? So, boom, all right? This is a Air Force Combat Action Medal that I received for Courage Under Fire, and I'll go ahead and read it to you. And it should be on the screen right now. All right, so Air Force Combat Action Medal, Courage, on November 30th, 2009, 05 Zulu, in Darbar Village, Korangal Valley, Afghanistan, the real Valley of Death. Tech Sergeant Medina was engaged in ground combat against the enemy of the United States in the Korangal Valley on such day as a JTAC for 2nd Platoon, Baker Company, 2nd Battalion, 12th Infantry, 4th Brigade, 4th Infantry. Was when I was supporting 4th Infantry Division. I moved around a lot while I was deployed. I could work with anywhere between 6 to 10 different units. During this period, while conducting security operations for a key leader engagement in Darbar Village, Sergeant Medina's patrol came under accurate enemy fire. I remember this. The enemy pinned his patrol between two buildings. Yep. With heavy machine gun fire from 3 surrounding ridge lines. Yep, it was raining. Like as if the rain was coming down on you, it was raining lead on us. With enemy rounds ricocheting feet from his position, Sergeant Medina requested close air support. And while I was trying to fire a couple positions with my M4, I was able to acquire a quick location. I passed it to 2 F-15 Eagles. They dropped some bombs. And we quit getting fired at from that position. And then, but the other two still re-engaged us, right? And then at about the same time, I remember two Apache helicopters were checking on, and I was like, hey, we're taking fire from this place, this direction, boom. They fired a bunch of Hellfire missiles. And we were able to kind of maneuver a little bit more and get out of there, and I still had a demolition squad up there blowing up a cache, so we were still providing cover fire as what was going on, right? And then finally, we were going to pop smoke and get the hell out of there. And as we're going, we get engaged by the next one. So then I passed the second location to the F-15s, and I believe they did a shooter, so one bomb, boom, boom, blew everything up. Quiet as a mouse, man. You could hear a pin drop after that. Okay? So that's what a receipt looks like. It's not sexy. It's not Saving Private Ryan. And the next thing, and I want to go ahead and read another thing, right? Here's the next thing I want to read. So this was briefed from my commander, when I was deployed on my last deployment, briefed from our commander up the chain to the National Guard staff, because I was in the National Guard at the time as a Air Force JTAC. So just give you an idea of like what the days and weeks look like. Like there's so much that it all kind of it all like blends together, dude. It's really hard to like kind of pinpoint what, because this is like every day, right? So, okay, and I'm talking 6 combat deployments of like this every day. So, okay, here it is. I'm gonna pop it on the screen. Portraits of Heroism, awesome. So same month, 7 April, Sergeant Medina engaged an insurgent RPG team. Yes, I remember that. Two guys were moving with RPGs, getting ready to ambush a patrol that was going to have to cross a bridge to get back over to where we were. I came around building, I shot one of them, the other one saw me, I shot him too, and then we actually detained 3 more additional insurgents, okay? After that, I could probably do a book on just that story alone, right? But I mean, hey, this is a war story. This is a real war story, documented receipt, okay? So 13 and 14 April, right? Insurgents initiated a midnight complex attack on Kop Najil using mortars, RPGs, automatic weapons fire, small arms. I sprinted through fire to the talk, requested cast. I had my teammate up on the roof trying to get distance direction and find the position of who was shooting. I found them, called in a very quick airstrike along with mortars and blew them up, killing 4 insurgents, per the BDA. Then fast forward another week later, I was JTAC for a combined Afghan National Army U.S. air assault to capture a high-value target. Assault force received, and the assault force actually was Afghan commandos, and it was a SEAL team that came into our AO, our area of operation, and they asked for a JTAC. I said, yeah, dude. I mean, they had their JTAC, but they wanted me to go since I had a lot of knowledge of the area. So we went, I did an air assault, right? Stormed out of the Black Hawk helicopters, hit this area, and we started getting fire, dude. We started catching fire immediately from the compound that the target was in that we had intel on. We tried multiple times, and I remember the SEAL team commander, actually, the explosion happened and hit him kind of in the face, man. Both of his eyes were damaged. I believe one was completely gone, and one I think they were able to save. Anyway, lost his eyes, and oh man, they'll talk about throwing things, throwing a wrench in the whole system. But then I tried, and I was like, all right, screw this. I told Marty, or the SEAL team commander, I was like, dude, F this. I was like, let's start pulling as many people back as we can. I could do, I'm just going to call it 2 JDAMs, dude. All those people we're supposed to get are in the building. We know they're in the building. We have eyes on. Aircraft is on station. They have eyes on. Screw it. He said, yeah, F it, man. So we pulled back, got all the non-combatants. Nobody was hurt. No innocent civilians were hurt. Boom, boom, dropped the building. And I mean, dropped it, man. And we went in to do BDA, battle damage assessment. Yep, they were dead. And then I believe, yeah, we caught 5 additional fighters on the way out, man. But people were hurt. My SEAL team commander was hurt, man. It was awful. So man, that's what a receipt looks like, right? Yeah, I have another receipt for you. Let me pull this up, right? So this is at the very end of my my service, right? This is what given to me that my unit did during my retirement ceremony, right? So look at here it is. Boom, that's it, right? Look at the time period. Okay, accomplishments. Just goes through some accomplishments, right? I deployed in support of enduring freedom, which was Afghanistan, Iraqi freedom, as well as home station training. Applied all kinds of expertise that I learned, right, to prepare my squadron to support 6 combat deployments. So I did 6 combat deployments, right? And then it's pretty cool in here what they put. They said, Sergeant Medina routinely oversaw daily operations, multiple Air Force, Army, Fire Support personnel while mentoring and building a cohesive Jedi team. They actually wrote the word Jedi in my in my belt. That's pretty cool, huh? During my career, I executed hundreds of outside-the-wire missions, controlled hundreds of close air support sorties, controlled hundreds of thousands of pounds of ordnance onto the enemy, and directly contributed to the safe return of thousands of American coalition lives. I mean, man, talking about a black and white receipt, right? So that's what receipts look like, dude. They're not word of mouth. I could go on and on, I could put a bunch of different things, but this isn't an About Jamie podcast. But I wanted to show you guys and prove what receipts look like, right? That's a receipt, man. That's what a receipt looks like. It's not one bro heard this from another bro who heard from another person who banged some chick that knew somebody else about, this and that. If the guys want to come out and prove something, drop those, dude. I redact what you got to redact. Drop your narratives, drop your medals, drop your awards, because that's going to tell the real black and white, not so sexy, to the point war story. That's what a war story looks like. All right. So I just thought I wanted to throw that out there, man. Clear it up. I really hope this whole stuff stops, dude. I mean, come up with your own. And I'm speaking to Valhalla. I'm speaking to Green Beret guy. I'm speaking to Anti-Hero. Bro, come up with your own stuff, man. Create your own content. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you. Could you please do that rather than tear down dudes that are well established? Like I said, Tim Kennedy, easy target, dude. He is a cartoon. He's a funny dude. He's a good dude. He's done a lot of good. I personally don't give a shit if he's like embellished. Everybody kind of does in one way, shape, or form, dude. We live in a performative world, man. We live in a performative society. So, yeah, man, really, that's on him, dude. He's got to live with that. He's got to live with that every day, each night. He's got to look his kids in the face. And honestly, I don't think he cares. I really don't think he cares. I think he's just going to keep doubling down and, finding people to come out and to back up his stories, right? Yeah, that's about it, dude. So, like I said, man, the real receipts, don't get caught up behind the receipts, man. Real receipts are what I just showed you. And it's black and white. They're on DOD forms. It's the narratives to the achievements and accomplishments while being deployed, man, in a combat area, in a combat zone. Feels like 1,000 years ago. I read that stuff and I'm kind of like, what, But I've got other ones, man, that I will never ever put out there because they're so just beyond the scale of reality that you guys will think I made it up. All right, man. Hey, you guys take care. Have a good New Year's, and we'll see you in 2025. All right, man. See ya.